but, that's what he questions. And he said he had to restore a lot of trees and shrubs because of those reasons. Maybe the plants are planted too deep. I mean, somebody that is experienced in doing landscaping ought to know how deep the plants ought to be planted. But he questions that. And he said also that he does not bid on any bids or plant materials without mulching. We don't separate out mulching, as this is an important part of the planting and directly affects the survival rate of the plants. So.
Gentleman has a question.
Yes, sir, go ahead.
No, I would just like to add that he raises valid points, but he could have still bid the job. I think he's splitting hairs, and I believe the county would have saved significant money by virtue of overseeing them themselves. And a lot of this is just, like, as you said yourself, Commissioner, common sense.
Mm-hmm.
The motion can be added afterwards. You could ask the low bidder, or whoever you wanted to add that as an extra, if you feel it's necessary.
Yeah, I think the issue comes down to mulching within a 3-foot area of the tree, planting of the tree, okay?
Mm-hmm.
We're also considering mulching the whole area, not just 3 feet. So that was not included in the bid.
Exactly, that's why I agree with you. I
Right.
think it's common sense, right? And that bidder doesn't have to know what your long-term plans are. You know exactly, and by
Right.
virtue of spending significant amounts of money by having an engineer draw that all up, the county has saved a lot of money by virtue of that.
Yeah. All right, look, we got to go through these in a lot more detail than just looking at the figures. Because that's all actually that we've done right now, is to look who put the bid in and what the cost is. Now I think we need to go through and find out what is included, what's excluded, and go through it in detail to be able to pick one that we think would do a good job. So at this point in time, we're not going to pick a particular landscaper, okay, until we have time to do that, okay? But we will try to do this as quickly as possible, and I know one of the bids said 1st of April, and I think in the bid specifications, we said the 1st of June for the planting to be completed, and he wanted to know, or she, or whoever it was, wanted to know by the 1st of April, but we'll try to do it as quickly as possible. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I would hold that him putting that clause in there is not legal. For you to accept that and accept his bid and not give that to everybody else is, again, giving somebody an unfair advantage in the process. And he cannot add in a clause to this guy. I think his price is not going to work anyhow, even with it, but I think as a matter of formality and policy, that would not be correct. He would therefore be to an unfair advantage.
Yeah, okay, I agree with that. I do also, though, say that most of these people do not grow their plants here, and they normally have 30 days if they're bidding on it or purchasing them in.
Correct.
30 days to get their order in and approved and whatever. So I'd hope that we can do this as quick as possible and not go beyond 30 days.
Mm-hmm.
In general. I mean,
Yeah.
right now, we could,
I agree with you.
Yeah.
My only point would be, is if one person puts a clause in that therefore changes his bid price,
yeah,
that's unfair to all the other bidders.
yep, I
That should
agree.
have been in the bid specs or.
Yep. That's
I think it's an irrelevant point.
That's his
for
or her
bid.
problem
Yeah.
as to how they deal with buying the plant material from Pennsylvania or Massachusetts or wherever. That's their problem. Our problem is we want to make sure that it's in the ground and it's completed by the 1st of June. That was a specification that we put in, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right. Enough said. Any other comments on the bidding process? Yes, Mr. Brown?
For clarification, I said you don't have to accept the lowest bid, but I do believe that also has to be stated within the bid, that you have the right to accept or reject any or all bids.
I believe that was in the bid specifications when it went out.
I don't recall it being there, but to actually, to do that, that has to be
Yeah,
stated within the bid.
I'm sure it was in there,
All right.
I believe it was.
okay? Any further comments on the bidding that we've done so far or how we're gonna handle it? All right, seeing none, then we will look at those in more detail, and I would hope that we could have that selection made by the end of next week's meeting, and we'll go from there. Okay? All right. I think on the agenda is next to go into non-public for interviewing of a recording secretary, and that's into non-public is a legal type. Go ahead.
Point of order, can we have a quick public comment session?
Yes,
Okay. I just had a question about the county budget. I know you said Chairman Patton wants to have it done this coming Monday.
right.
Where are we, how big is the budget roughly, and are we still facing that 17% tax increase?
No,
Where are we at now?
all I can say is we're not facing a 17% tax increase because we had put in there $500,000 that we anticipated having as a surplus from the year 2011. But that was back in December when we did that. Now that the books are closed, we're going to be able to increase that at least double to put $1 million in towards reducing taxes. So I don't know what the percentage is going to be. You'll have to wait until Monday. But we will be putting in more of our surplus from 2011.
Do you know if the overall budget's 23 million, 24 million? Just roughly how big it is?
Last time I saw it was 23,
I want to say, I thought it was around 26.
26.
Yeah. It was $26,988.
26,000? 26 million?
26 million, I'm sorry, $988 and at $202. 26,988,
202.
202.
It was or it is?
That's what was submitted.
Okay. And then we're using but that's what it is, but now we're using the $1 million from surplus as opposed to 500,000, so it's.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I believe that was an increase of 5% at that time, so now it's going to be less than that. Any other public comment? Yes, Mr. Brown?
Water meters,
Yeah,
15.5, that's $3,100 per, is that just for the meters, or is that for meters installation, yada, yada, yada?
meters installed
Meters installed.
for 5 different buildings.
he mentioned a specific company.
Yeah,
That has to go out for bid, and that has to be approved by the delegation, does it not?
it has to go out for bid, you're correct.
And the delegation will have to approve that.
If, yes, we'd have to add it to our budget. Go ahead.
Right,
We-
coming out of, oh, no, that's.
No, it's not in the
Right,
budget
right,
yet.
right, right.
Free meals
Yes,
for the jail and the nursing home. The taxpayers provide a job, the taxpayers provide a wage or a salary.
yeah.
Why is it that the employees of the taxpayers feel that the taxpayers are obligated to provide the proverbial free lunch? No one should get a free lunch. The taxpayers don't get a free lunch. Why should anybody else?
That was negotiated in the union contract.
I get that part of it, but no one else should get a free lunch, and when those union contracts are up, neither should they. The taxpayers, why do these people expect more than what the people who are paying the bills get? I don't get that.
I can only say that most of our county employees are not paid a fair wage as compared to all the other counties. Okay? Now, the previous commissioner before my time decided to put that in as one of the benefits by not having a high salary or a high hourly wage, that was one of the benefits. Okay, that's all I can say, okay? Go ahead, one more.
Yeah, that's what I got one more. When is the budget June to June or January to December?
January to December.
When did
They-
the new nursing home open?
September.
September.
September. Being the fact that this contingency money is
Yeah.
our money,
Yeah,
and Commissioner Solomon stated, that's our job. Your job to do what? To keep our money until you find a way to expend every penny of it?
No.
When are we gonna get our money back?
no.
Well, wait a minute, if the budget runs January to December,
No, it has nothing-
we should have gotten that money back at the end of
It
last year.
has nothing to do with our budget.
Well, when are we gonna get our money back before you people spend it all?
As soon as we can put all of the bills together, our checking account runs through the February, and we've got Bonapage and Stone's expenses already, that's straightened out. We need to work, that's why I said to the director of the nursing home, she needs to get with Kathy Armstrong to make sure that those items that were purchased are in her operating budget and not in the new nursing home budget, okay?
If
Those,
that's February-
once those get straightened out, then we will have, I already promised at least $2 million coming back, and we'll have more than that.
But if it was supposed to be done by February, we're into March.
Yes, and we haven't completed it yet.
But then we have someone coming in today, look, this is the problem. Therein lies the problem, because now you have someone coming in today looking for more money. I mean,
Yep.
we need to, we want our money back.
Yeah.
That's our money, not yours.
Well,
We're taxpayers.
that money was given to us to manage to build a new nursing home.
But it's still
And-
our money.
And we are managing it. It was $23,500,000, and I'm telling you that we're going to turn back at least $2 million of that, and it'd probably be more. Now, it's going to be up to the delegation as to how much of that money that is, you're saying is yours, or the taxpayers, how much of that is going to go into the old nursing home renovation.
Well,
All right, we have no control over that.
all right, but that's still our money.
It's
And I'd
still-
like to get it back before it's completely
No, but don't
spent.
give that money back that can't come out, that has to go out to
Yeah,
the bond.
yeah.
That's
Commissioner
different.
Solomon is right. There are two ways of using that money that's left over according to the bond requirements. One is to put it towards the principal, and we can only put in what that principal figure is. It's a little bit less, it's like 100, it's a little less than 2 million, okay? I don't know what happens to the rest of it. We haven't figured that out yet. The other reason that we can use that money is for any kind of capital expenditure, like refurbishing the old nursing home. Okay?
And you could also pull out a new bond, too.
Why would
Pay
we want
off
to
the
do
old
that?
bond.
You
Oh,
cannot-
we
there's
got a
no-
problem with
no.
getting our money back, then let's pull out a new, pay off the old bond, and you can
No.
take that 2 million,
There is
put it
no-
towards the principal, and pull out a new bond for 2 million less.
There is no prepayment on this bond.
That's right.
But you can still pay it off.
No,
You
you can't.
cannot prepay the bond.
That's-
Why can't you?
Because that's one of the requirements.
One of the requirements, and when we got it, we are a municipality, you cannot do that.
Okay, then I wanna see the actual bond, the actual verbiage of the bond.
Yes, sir.
We passed that information out to every member of the delegation. That's how it can be used. Yes, sir, you got another
Yeah,
comment?
I would just like to thank the commissioners for the great job they've done building the facilities here
Thank you.
in the valley. There.
Well, thank you. We don't get too many thanks. We always get criticized for it, but
No, I think you've
We
done a
thank you.
great job, and I can agree with some of what the gentleman here is saying. However, in terms of union employees and private, a lot of private employees do supply various clothing and other things for their employees as well. So
Yeah.
it's not just the unions, it's and not just counties and municipalities, states, whatever. A lot of private people do, so.
Mhm. Yeah.
Make that-
all right, thank you.
I've got to know.
Okay, any other further comments regarding whatever took place today?
Commissioner,
Seeing, what?
no, nothing.
Seeing none, then we need to make a motion that we go into non-public session for the purposes of interviews and union contracts. Is there any other items that need to be brought up before we do that? And I will say, we will come out of non-public right after that non-public session to approve the minutes, and that they become
Sealed.
sealed. Okay? I don't think we'll have any other business that will be brought to us today. We will talk about the budget after we come out of non-public. We can't change the budget because that's the budget we submitted. The only people that can change that budget now is a county delegation, and that's when they'll do that on Monday. Okay? So, I would move that we go into, well, I got another, before we move. The county attorney is requesting that we put another item on the agenda, and that is for the impound yard. He has talked with the the Chief of Police Association. They apparently want to make sure that our vehicles are secure. And for the county attorney for the use of evidence. So we will talk about what that would involve, because he has requested that. The delegation last year turned it down. I think we're looking at $10,000 or $15,000. They turned it down at that time. As I said, the county attorney would like to bring that up again, and we'll bring it up again on Monday. Okay? Anything else we need to
We're waiting on the vote.
So
call?
you made the motion.
I made the motion.
Second.
Second it,
Second, yes.
and then a roll call?
All in favor, roll call vote, Commissioner Sorensen,
Yes.
Commissioner Solomon,
Yes.
Commissioner Kenny, yes.
Thank you all for coming.
11:47.
Um,
Commissioner Kenny, may I just see those bids a minute, please?